Our top story at 4 o'clock. 2 people are dead after a triple shooting in Johnston. It happened this morning. Thanks so much for joining us at 4. I'm Tiffany Murphy. We have team coverage for this multi-city crime. Daniel Coates is live in Cranston where it all ended. But first we go to Johnston where it all started. And that is where we find ABC 6 News anchor Alyssa Azara. Alyssa.
Good evening, Tiffany. This is where a very long day began for local law enforcement agencies, including Cranston, Providence, and Johnston Police. Now, as you can see behind me, this is still a very active criminal investigation. Caution tape line is around that home over there. The triple shooting happened around 7:30 this morning. Police responded to the home after receiving 2 911 calls from nearby neighbors of shots fired in the area. The Johnston police chief says when they arrived on scene, police found 2 adults dead and a 15-year-old girl who was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. 1 victim was found at the residence of the suspect, and 2 were discovered at a home next door.
The suspect in this case was a neighbor of one of the shooting victims next door.
We now know Johnston police were also called to this area around midnight. The suspect, James Harrison, was not home when police arrived to the scene. He was later shot and killed by police. For now, live in Johnston, Alyssa Azara, ABC 6 News.
Thanks, Alyssa. And now we head to Cranston where that pursuit ended when police shot and killed the suspect. ABC 6 News reporter Daniel Coates joins us live from the scene there. Daniel.
And Tiffany, we're about 6 miles away from the scene of that crime of the triple shooting in Johnston this morning. The suspect in that shooting leading multiple departments across multiple cities, eventually ending here off of the Plainfield Pike in Cranston. You can see it's just under the 295 overpass. Still plenty of emergency vehicles and investigations going on, but if you take a look to my right, you might be able to see that black car with its hazard on. It looks like there are bullet holes that are going through that front window, and the chase for the believed to be gunman that killed 2 this morning, 52-year-old James Harrison, began at St. Anne's Cemetery in Cranston. An off-duty Cranston officer recognized him in his car, and police began to pursue after he took off, eventually making their way through Johnston, Providence, and Cranston. Police say he was driving erratically and even hit some officers in their vehicle. He led multiple departments to Plainfield Pike in Cranston, where he was driving on the wrong side of that road, swerved back and hit a rock off that road, and police cornered him in his car under the 295 overpass.
Multiple Cranston police officers and a Providence police officer detective approached, formed a perimeter, and ordered the suspect out of the vehicle. This lasted a matter of minutes. The suspect eventually did exit the vehicle, brandishing a firearm, a handgun, which he pointed at the officers. At that point, the officers fired, killing the suspect.
And luckily, we learned from police today that no officers were seriously injured in that pursuit. As far as traffic for evening commuters, you can see behind me that Plainfield Pike is still very much blocked off, and police say that if you're coming this way, they absolutely expect traffic as we head into the evening. For now, in Cranston, I'm Daniel Coates, ABC 6 News.